How to get your Etsy shop ready for the changes that are going to be coming in 2020. Changes happen, it's a fact of life, and on Etsy it's pretty much guaranteed there are going to be some unexpected changes in 2020. So how do we prepare for the unexpected and still allow our shops to grow throughout the year? In 2019 we had lots of changes, including the free shipping, combined adverts, changed stats and changed messages, and the ODR, and many more small changes and experiments. In fact, last year Etsy performed 5 times more monthly experiments than they did in 2016. And they are proud of that number, so it's not a big stretch to assume that number is going to stay high or get even higher. Some are small-scale tests that only a small number of buyers will actually see, and others are site-wide changes. And also, the larger Etsy grows and the more tests it makes, the more there's going to be little glitches and bugs. These things happen when you're making changes to a website. And there may even be shops closed by mistake. Of course, this sucks, but it's going to be the minority of things. So don't panic, don't fear the unexpected, don't fear when you hear that a couple of people had their shops closed. You don't know the full story. But what can we do to future-proof ourselves against these inevitable changes? Firstly, in the words of Douglas Adams, don't panic. If we see a change, it might just mean that we're in a small test of customers and the majority of the platform might not even see it. The majority of our customers might not see it in our shop, so don't worry if you hate it. And it's really not likely to impact your sales in any meaningful way. Forums will always be full of negative people. This has been the case since I started in 2008. If you only listen to the forums from that date, you will think it's all doom and gloom. Etsy is about to fail any minute. But what happens is, every single year, there's going to be some shops that were doing well that'll suddenly stop doing well for a variety of reasons. Not always Etsy's fault at all. And these people who used to be super busy and didn't have time to be in the forums, didn't come into the forums and tell everyone when they were doing great, now, quite rightly, are a bit scared and confused and will pop into the forums and complain. This is not representative of how Etsy as a platform is growing. Bear in mind, these shops, when they took off, it's likely something changed that someone else in the past who'd been doing well stopped doing well, so these shops could get their moment in the sun. And it's horrible for them. I totally agree with that. Get onto the forums, give sympathy if you want to them, but don't get bogged down in the negativity. And certainly don't get bogged down in speculation and rumour. People will say, my shop was closed down because of this reason, and then you go and look and their shop was full of Disney items. It's unlikely to be the reason they just said it was. Remember, we don't have to join in any sales or promotions that Etsy advises to. If it doesn't work for our shop, don't do it. I didn't do free shipping. I didn't do Black Friday sales. And my adverts are currently turned off. And my shop isn't dying. 2019 was still my best year ever on Etsy. And that's with me ignoring their advice. If your sales do take a dip, and that's normal in retail, sometimes you can be chugging along quite nice. There's a bit of a dip, but it's only temporary. I know if you have bills to pay, this is easy to say, but do not panic. Don't immediately knee-jerk and dip your prices, because in the long run that can end up hurting you way worse as customers learn to hang on and wait you out to get those sales rather than buy at the full price. People think making sales will give a boost to your shop, it'll encourage people to come in. What it really does is it encourages people to wait for your sales. And again, super important, don't panic and change all your listings all at once. This could still just be a dip. Never ever change your best performing listings, even if they've taken a dip. Change your least performing listings, change your new listings, change your ideas of how you do your new listings. Don't touch your best performing listings until they're not your best performing listings anymore. But what can we do? Do keep your finger on the pulse. Regularly check the forums, articles and groups to find out of any changes, or hit subscribe on this YouTube channel and I'll keep you up to date because I'm reading them anyway. Do keep an eye on your stats to see which of your items and which of your keywords are working best for your customers in your shop. And do research and see what customers are looking for in your niche. ERANK's Keyword Explorer can help you with that. It shows you the exact search terms that customers are using when they're searching for items. And the trend bus shows you the high-level top terms. Now, I would never say aim for something as competitive as the very top terms, but it can give you some ideas. For instance, as I create animals, if I look at which animals or which breeds of dog pop up in the trend buzz as just the name of the dog as being popular, I can think, maybe I want to make a listing about greyhounds, about making a gift for a greyhound lover, a greyhound sculpture, because greyhound is popular. Or it could give you an idea of scents to put into your toiletries, or moving towards more eco-friendly, or gems to use in your jewellery. What's up and coming? Remember birthday. Remember which birthday it is. Always work on your photography. I know, I'm beating a dead horse. I say this all the time. But the top sellers in every single niche have one thing in common. They have awesome photographs. If you search for any large search term, and you'll look and you'll see the items that are ranking highly for that, they don't have underexposed dark photographs. They don't have cluttered photographs. You look at that photograph and you go, that's gorgeous. And these kind of beautiful photographs don't just help well with customers, they get shared, they go viral, they get seen on social media, which drives loads of people with no work from yourself. Do build your brand elsewhere as well. Don't spend time trying to do everything, but build one thing, perhaps a mailing list, although I'm going off the idea of these, perhaps social media, perhaps a website, one place that you're starting to build. Now, all of these are going to take a while to get there, so start doing this now, and you have another place for customers to be able to find you, just in case the worst happens and Etsy does accidentally close your shop down. Or the best happens and you outgrow Etsy. That happens too. Do make awesome items. Have pride and make items that stand out from the rest. If you're making special items, then you are not competing with the cheap mass-produced items. Someone can't come along and do what you do cheaper than you because only you can make what you make. And do join a community. Being self-employed can be very isolating, and friends and family just don't understand what you're going through. Probably quite a lot of them, especially when you just start up, don't even think of you seriously as a business. They think you're having a cute little hobby when you are working up till 2 a.m. on your business. A community of artists can help inspire, challenge and encourage you. Either a group in the same niche as yourself, a group of Etsy sellers, or come along and join Pam Duthie's Crafty Friends on Facebook. I hope that gives you some ideas, because changes are afoot. In fact, if you've been keeping up with Etsy's newsletters, just the other day they sent out another quiz asking us things. Now, everyone who's answered the quiz knows that we're sworn to Now, everyone that's answered the quiz knows that we're sworn to secrecy about what the quiz was about. But if you've answered it, you know there's a big change coming up if they follow through with this. Hope this helps. See you next time.